Hello, everyone, and welcome to Command Center, your video game book club podcast. This is our second SitRep, our June SitRep. My name is Daniel, and with me today is...
Nathaniel Lamb. And... I'm sorry, I don't always call myself Master of Ceremonies or Grand Emperor of the Universe.
This is just
Segue.
A dude, Nathaniel Lamb, a dude who's been folding his laundry and then left his house to come record a podcast with his friends. Unlike...
I fold my laundry, sir.
I put your laundry in the dryer.
House.
Yeah, but also I fold my laundry.
You didn't leave your house to come record a podcast with your friends.
We
I technically did.
We don't live in here. This is the Command Center.
Yeah.
We live next door in the
quality
house.
of content we put out feels like you guys live in a garage. We're raised in a barn.
Hey, I closed doors.
Something Lamb Badger.
Yeah, weird
All right,
reference.
so,
Yeah.
I'm Lamb Badger.
I'm Lamb Badgericus.
So what's up? What's been going on?
I don't know.
I've been replaying Mass Effect, and I forgot how rough the first game is. Not in its visuals is excusable and some other things, but just the reused sprites. Like I've raided the same transport ship 17 different times for 17 different side quests.
Rude.
It's not rude if they're all dead. They can't be offended.
What about their families?
Oh, I mean, I was going to get. I don't know, man.
You have no excuse.
Yeah, like, I was trying to do the side quest. I was like, oh yeah, this is a rich and full universe, and it is, but
Not in the first one.
yeah.
I mean, there is. The Codex really makes it. So.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah, but not like what he's saying. More
Yeah.
of like, especially when you're on whatever that tank is called.
Oh, I love the Mako.
I love the Mako, and apparently a lot of people do not.
Yeah.
I really liked it, but I can also see that like most of the textures were all the same. You
Yeah,
go to
it
the
gets
same goddamn thing.
There's
same
actually-
buildings.
There's an NPC conversation, I think, between James and Garrus in the second one, where they're griping about the tanks, and James is like, "This hover tank sucks," and Garrus is like, "Are you kidding me? Now Shepard can't bang our heads against the wall as the tank falls off a mountain." And James is like, "But the Mako could climb mountains," and it's just this random conversation they'll have in the background if you take him on a mission.
That's pretty funny. James, which one was James?
The gigantically muscular
Carlos
dude.
Pena.
Yeah.
So that's the third one then.
Oh, is that third one? You're right. It is
Yeah,
the third
'cause
one.
he's I was about to say.
Yeah, he's not in the second one.
He's not?
No, he's only in
who's the
third
guy
one.
in the
It's
second
Freddie
one?
Prince.
Yeah.
He's the
Oh,
dude
that's
who does
right.
the voice,
Yeah.
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 What were you gonna say?
That was it. Just
No, you just asked the question and then stopped.
it must have.
Who's
been
the
it.
guy that?
Who was the guy in the second one? Freddie Prince, and then you said Freddie Prince.
No. Freddie Prince was the voice of the guy you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
So what was
who's the male? You know, you get the male and the female characters in all of them. In the first one, it's Caden and
I can't remember
the crazy
name.
lady.
Ashley.
And the second one, it's the crazy lady and the not crazy dude. And I can't remember his
Jacob.
name. Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Jacob. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been playing, Jay?
I've been playing Deus Ex.
Deus.
Whatever.
Deus.
Deus Ex
playing his
Machina.
ex-god.
It's not Machina either.
I know it's not. I know it's not Machina.
I'm only laughing because we've been through this like 30 times in the last couple
Hey,
of
man,
days.
Deus Ex.
Lords of Destruction, Lord of Destruction.
It is a
Lord-
Spanish word.
It is not Spanish, it's Latin.
It's Latin, man.
Same shit.
Oh my god.
Same shit. Human Revolution. That's really one of my favorite sci-fi genre tropes.
It's actually genre.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, and it's actually GIF.
Daniel, mute your mic.
It's more along the lines of when humanity goes too far with technology, but not outward, like making weapons and tanks and stuff, but more inward and, in the style of Ghost in the Shell, Altered Carbon, and then all of this. One of the things that really gravitates me towards this game was also the gameplay. Just the story, obviously, because it's that type of game. Or that type of sci-fi story, but it's also like a Hitman Splinter Cell type of thing, but oddly enough, and it's really funny because when I was playing it, Dan pointed it out because I was just thinking about it, I was like, hey, it looks like Vampire. I was like, it is. It kind of has that like first-person Vampire the Masquerade aesthetic to
Bloodlines, right?
it. Bud Lights?
Bloodlines.
Vampire the Masquerade Bud Lights.
Sorry, I thought you were making a joke about LaCroix and
No.
like and like trying to like
That's way too deep.
I was like,
We've got to go deeper.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying that game. Other than that, there was just some news that I just happened to skim over. An unfinished playable version of Dead Island 2 from 2015 just leaked.
Nice.
Apparently, I'm not really sure how you go about getting it. Or
Would you
looking
really
into
want
it.
to, though?
I mean, Dead Island
Maybe.
was what Dead Island could be. I didn't see any need for them to make a sequel because it was like
If they could do better,
But
I could be interested in that. If it like looks better, all around just like learn from their mistakes.
Zombies aren't cool anymore, though.
that's I
They've been
like
done up.
that game. Like they did it. It was amazing to play it at the time, but I couldn't. That's just it. They could make something completely different or better, but I can't imagine a Dead Island 2 that I really want to play because you've got like everything. I don't know. Maybe somebody.
I'm
That's an
only
excellent
thinking
point
because
there, Nate.
yeah. Coherent and complete.
they're not. Valve isn't making another Left 4 Dead, and that was kind of like in the same vein-ish. But that was more towards the whole arcadey version of online play. I don't know. I just thought it would be really nice. And then the second piece of, I guess, just media, not necessarily video games, is the final season of Attack on Titan just dropped a trailer. Looks amazing, and I can't wait for either of you to jump on that train and watch. Like,
Come on, ride
one
the
of the
train.
best,
Toot toot and ride it.
one of the best, not necessarily just anime, but best television I've seen in a very, very long time.
Word.
I'll have to check it out. Although I've been saying that for like 4 months now. What have you been playing, D?
LA Noire.
Yeah, that's
Playing
right.
a lot of LA Noire. I was kind of disappointed, though, because I didn't realize that they have a remastered version, but it's only on console. So I went to go play thinking I was going to get the remastered version, so I'm still stuck at... They have it limited to 30 FPS, you know?
Yeah.
And there was like a whole bunch of like new features. They added new outfits, which give you bonuses and stuff that you can't get. That's only on console. But I already got halfway through the game before I realized that I wasn't going to be able to play it. So now I'm stuck, and now I have to finish it because I never ended up finishing it. And still, Hearthstone, playing a lot of that.
Are you playing LA Noire because it's so similar to the game we're playing for the podcast this month? I've always heard Grim Fandango and LA Noire were kind of the same vein.
They're nothing alike.
No?
Really?
Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
Yeah.
I don't do point... Not that I don't do
I guess the
point-click
only
adventures.
kind of thing
Kind of.
that would be the same, but is that they have the same feeling like a noir film.
Yeah, okay.
But the gameplay has nothing
Okay,
in
cool.
common. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw on Reddit the other day what Mojang is doing for the Black Lives Matter protests. They're basically donating, I don't know if it was a week or just a couple of days, but they're donating like their entire company's revenue to BLM. And so I was looking into it. A bunch of different developers are actually doing something, actually donating money, not just
Making their
making their Instagram grayed out, blacked out. But
Yeah,
now you
yeah.
can't see our brand, so we'll gray it out. But yeah, like Humble is doing a ton. Ubisoft, Square Enix, a bunch of companies are actually getting behind the protests beyond just a tweet and donating money, which is like, I don't know, kind of made me, after this week, kind of happy because it's like, oh, corporations that actually have souls that aren't just, doing what like the NFL did with the kneeling protests
I don't
or
know
take
about
no
all that.
action calculated.
but EA is letting Steam have their games now.
Oh, and it's because Steam's interface is black. That's why.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's their contribution.
I don't know. The way I see that is like the money that they're donating is a drop in the bucket that
Yeah.
they get to just be like, look at us, we care.
That
Yeah,
kind of pissed
it's
me off.
so,
'Cause
like-
Mojang, I think, is donating one day's revenue, and it's like that's great.
But
Like, how about an ongoing 30% of profits
Right.
until your workforce is completely integrated or something?
And not
along
only
like
that, with all of these, not to like disparage any charity, like foundation or whatnot, but how do we really know this money is getting to the people that actually need it? You
Yeah.
know?
And that's
and there's a
just- it
lot
is-
of shell companies out there that just give it.
I
to
mean, I
themselves.
would imagine that BLM is not a shell company.
No, of course
But
not. No,
I see
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying. You don't
they're also
know.
not a charity. They're like a political movement.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
But it's money represented.
I just would rather to see actual like systemic change than companies being able to be like, well, we donated to BLM, so you should buy our
Yeah,
game.
Yeah.
Just same
Or
thing with
even
Pride Month.
like promoting. Like it's great, sure. You're promoting black publishers and producers of video games.
Oh, yeah, that was a couple
now.
days ago.
You
Yeah.
know, like
Where
now,
were you a
why
couple
weren't
months
why
ago?
weren't you doing that before?
We didn't do anything for 6 years until the protests
It's-
got bad, and then
It's
we
the same
finally
thing
changed
as
it.
like every time there's Pride Month, all of a sudden every company loves gay people,
That's
and it's
how-
like as soon as Pride Month is
you know
over-
what it feels like? It feels like they're little kids and their parents like comes to like be like slap them in the back of the head and be like, remember to share with the other kids.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And then for 5 minutes you share it to everybody until you go back to being a little
exactly. And then they
Pissant.
walk away.
That
yeah.
being said, though, that's how change starts. Like the protest during the civil rights movement started in the 62, 63, the passive resistance going into delis and stuff and just sitting down and being dragged out.
Mm-hmm.
And you need enough social pressure to build. And it does, if the money doesn't represent a great deal, this does represent corporate interests, at least in the gaming community, that are saying, all right, this is enough. Like, we want to sell video games. We don't want to deal with all the delays of all the gaming events because of protests. So we'll get behind this, hoping that some change could occur so that we can go back to the business as usual. Maybe. I mean,
I'm sure that like not every company is the same. There's got to be some companies out there that truly do care and want to make a difference. But I don't think it's EA or Ubisoft or Activision or whoever these people
I don't
are.
think EA did anything or Activision. I mean, maybe. But Ubisoft, was the
I'm
big
just
one
saying. Big. I'm just.
No,
I
got you. And that, like, I do feel like for as many have donated, there's definitely one or two that are like, oh, this will look good and increase our revenue.
Of course.
Which is just like, but at the same time, if the money is getting put into the movement and the movement accomplishes its goals, does it matter what the motivation is?
No, of course not. I mean, if someone wants to donate money to me and they don't care what I'm going to do with it,
his address is 33.
I still have money. It's just the sentiment behind it. It's annoying when people buy into it. Anyways, that was fun. We had our little piece of political not activism, but discussion there.
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up.
So what else?
Well, we got what Jason brought up. EA is on Steam now, sort of. Have you guys been on Steam and searched any of it out?
Yeah,
no, I haven't.
I looked at see what they had put on there, and it was like some of their sports games.
Yeah, they put some of their games. Yeah,
game Mirror's Edge is on there. It's nothing I was interested in.
They put Command and Conquer the remastered out there, and their ad was all of Command and Conquer is coming to Steam. Really, CNC 2's not on there.
Yeah,
Tiberium Sun's not on there. Red Alert 2's not on there. It's just EA being fucking EA. Like, I don't know.
None of their new stuff was on there. Yeah. You can't get Battlefront or any of that stuff. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to have someone congrats, you've put some of your stuff in the store that everyone goes to.
Sorry, but is Battlefront not on Steam?
I don't think so.
I could check right now.
I didn't see it when I went through their catalog. Well, I haven't tried it, but I read that if you do buy an EA game on Steam, you still have to open Origin to play it.
Puts it. Yeah,
what?
exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking
exactly.
Like, what's the point?
It's like walking into a Walmart. The classic Battlefront is on there, and Battlefront.
I mean, like the new Battlefront, 2, Battlefront 5, or Battlefield 5. All those.
Yeah,
Battlefield.
They've got Star Wars Battlefront Classic 04, Star Wars.
They already had that on there.
Yeah, they had that before. Yeah,
and you still have to download Origin afterwards. So what's the fucking point?
You don't have to for those. But...
For the ones that were already there, you don't have to.
Yeah, true. Have you guys looked at any of the CNC remastered?
Nope.
Ooh, I haven't played it yet. I meant to play it yesterday, but our internet went down. Yay! But apparently, you can just hit spacebar to flash between the old and new.
Oh, like in Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, I did. I've never played a game like that. That's pretty cool. They did apparently. So we'd been discussing the video for a month. The original film has been lost, so that is a
must be where the original film of Star Wars is.
Yeah. It's hanging out with George Lucas and Elvis in a trash Tupac and Elvis in a trash can. Yeah, George Lucas is dead too. I just fresh announcement.
God rest his soul. You heard it here first, folks. Hey, we're recording this early, so imagine if when we put this out,
if he dies
in the interim. Thanks, 2020.
We are recording this early because one of our members is making a big step and moving the command center.
Possibly.
Yes, you're right. Still knock on wood.
We'll see.
But yeah, apparently the in 24 hours, it went from people putzing around in the game online to an active, competitive, really vicious multiplayer environment on CNC. Everyone has brought their skills right back up to snuff and is going after each other, which is cool.
Must be fun having skills in that game.
Yeah,
I have zero.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you added that thing in that game at the end of that sentence. I don't get it.
Oh yeah,
it must be fun having skills. I don't know what that's like.
I don't have any skills. I'll readily admit that. Yeah, what do you got now, funny guy?
Funny guy. I thought for sure Deus Ex was built in the Deus Ex. Great. Now I'm like
I'm gonna switch it every other day.
It's like Dios mío.
It was built in the Unreal Engine, whereas Masquerade was built in the Steam engine.
Was it really?
Yeah. Anybody else got any other news? Anything they're looking forward to?
Nah, man. Life is a
fucking nightmare.
Yeah, there you go. That one.
Let's see what else. Anybody ever hear of Maxis Sim Refinery? Maxis game Sim Refinery?
No.
It's apparently available to everyone, free to play. It looks like let me pull up a picture. It looks a lot like a really broken SimCity 1, which I kind of want to try it. I don't know. This is how I got into XCOM. The original one was this game looks like a broken ass piece of shit from the 80s, and I played it. I was like, this game is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time getting back into games like that,
especially when the visuals are so. It's weird when the visuals Mass Effect. The visuals are bothering me, but with a game that the visuals are that far out of date, I just kind of it's like a new thing.
Because I went back and I think I played it before, maybe 3 minutes or so. 3 minutes, maybe 3 months ago or so, and I played it on my 360, and I still think it looked great for. I mean, even obviously jumping from 2 and 3, and I'm maybe now as you're saying that, kind of looking forward to the remastered versions of it. But again, I don't know how much better they could really.
Yeah.
So just don't forget though, like if that kind of thing is going to bother you, another Maxis game that looks a lot like that is SimAnt. And we've been talking about this for a long time. It's our only request we've ever had. So
Really?
yeah,
I think we put it on the short
it's
list.
the only request.
No,
we've ever had.
somebody requested something else. It was some sort of other space game.
Nick might have.
There was-
Titus, I think.
there was
You don't try to get out of playing SimAnt.
I
is
do
what
want
I'm
to
trying
play
say.
SimAnt, but we do have an official request. Now it is from a buddy that we haven't seen in a minute. It was Rogue Squadron, which I think needs to go on the list. I love Rogue
How
Squadron.
how the hell do we play that?
It's on
though?
Steam.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I have
Okay.
it.
Fuck yeah. I'd
Yeah.
totally
We
down
also
with that.
have a 64 behind you with a copy of Rogue
Give me a
Squadron.
hammer. I'll
Actually,
make
and I
them
think
wrong.
they are redoing those games. They're redoing that, and they're redoing pod racing.
No shit.
I believe
Wow,
so.
the tour de force that was Star Wars pod racing. Wow.
What?
People
I love
need
that
to
game.
know.
That game was awesome. It was so hard.
Especially in the arcade
this
with the
is
actual
pod racing.
yeah.
the arm thing.
Yeah, in the arcade it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for this one.
Yeah, a little.
It was
little
fun. It took us longer to set up than it took to record, which is going to be
Yep.
just like my fear.
The camera is in a desk.
It's
about
on my desk.
7 miles away.
So
So there's no video
More
for
than
this
that.
one. But I'll draw some stick figures and put them over a video feed. Why not?
yeah, I think you should.
I'm not going to. That's a lot of fucking work.
All right.
Sorry.
See you guys at the end of the month. Make sure you check out our website at commandcenter.games. You can always email us at commandcenterpodcast@gmail.com. Comment on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Be safe out there.
Make sure you're playing some Grim Fandango.
I am.
Hang on a sec. Oh, sorry.